of XM3, only the smart contracts part. So again, as usual, I have to get the file. So go, connect to server. What is that bump? I hate Mac. Why can't I have it working? Go, connect to server. Oh, Cos Coletti. No, XM Coletti. You find a long list of names. Coletti Paolo. Okay. Well, I copy it on my desktop. Well, you can open it from here. Doesn't matter, honestly. This one. Okay. It's a smart contract, so I copy everything. I read what's written on the paper. Do you hear the paper here? Okay. In the file purchase.txt, you find the Solidity code for the purchase smart contract, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So I have to copy, put it in Remix. Edit, copy. Okay. So, Remix. Let me shut down since I'm at home, I shut down the VPN, so to avoid chaos. So Remix. Okay. MetaMask opens up. Yeah, I want to log in. Big data. That was my password. Forgot it. Okay. Yes, connect. Don't worry. Okay. I'm wondering why on the Mac it asks me all these things. On Windows, if you don't connect MetaMask, it's all your business. Let's check that I'm using account 1. Let's check that I have enough Ether. 35. I'm filthy rich. Okay. So, not the marriages. New one. Purchase. Paste it. Okay, Solidity 5.5, so I have to select, for example, 5.8. Okay. I set the auto compile. Okay, fine. It works. Obviously, I gave it to you and I tested before. So now it's a standard purchase smart contract. Okay, I'm not so evil to give you a brand new smart contract that you have to learn during the exam. So we give you either something we did in the class or something we did recently in other exams, because I take for granted that people who attend that exam, the very first thing they do is doing the previous exams. Okay, modify the smart contract in such a way that the seller, when accepting in the accept function, may pay a certain amount of way. You need a variable to remember how much. We shall go to the shipper if the item is shipped, and back to the seller in all other cases. So in accept here, it's a seller. Can you see it's the seller which, let's make it larger so you see better. It's a seller which accepts. The buyer has already paid, so we must make it payable because it must send a certain amount of way. I don't specify anything, so it may also be 0, so I don't put any require. I need a variable in which I will store how much has the seller paid. So how do we call it? Shipping cost. It goes to the shipper. Let's call it PPP. Whenever you don't know what to put, just put something. MSG.value. So in PPP, I remember how much did the seller paid. Let's put it better. Paid by seller. Okay, so I remember it clearly. I have to declare this variable, however, here at the beginning. It's a uint. Public, I don't specify, so it doesn't matter. Seller. Okay. So it's set here. Where is it? Where is it accept? Here. Okay, so the seller may pay something. If they pay nothing, this will be 0, so paid by seller will be 0. What do we do with, and this goes to the balance of the contract, or nobody touches it. What do? We shall go to the shipper if the item is shipped. So shipped, here. So I must do this before this instruction, because this instruction throws everything to the seller. So shipper dot transfer paid by seller. Basically, the idea is that paid by seller, it's what's the problem? It's not payable. The shipper is not payable, so we must make shipper payable. Payable. Okay. And now also here specify address payable. Something else? No. Okay, so if it is shipped, so first we transfer paid by seller to the shipper, and then we transfer all the rest to the seller. Okay, this is important to do it first, because otherwise you transfer everything to the seller, and then there is nothing left. Okay. Something else? No? So easy peasy. Okay. I decided to make it short because it's a minimal part, and it was unfair to make it a 2 hours test. Deploy to smart contract on Rinkeby blockchain using account 1 as the seller. So, injected web3. My account is account 1. Deploy. I need to specify the address of the shipper. I will specify as address of the shipper my address. Which one? 3. So first I need to get address 3. It's not a bad idea if you keep these 3 addresses stored somewhere, so you don't need to switch every time. So address 3, deploy. Yeah, I paid the fee. Confirm. Let's wait for the confirmation. After the confirmation, it's also a good idea to wait a couple of seconds. Why? Because don't forget that you are not working on a server, you're working on the blockchain. So when it's confirmed by the blockchain on here, on either scan, it takes a couple of seconds for the blockchain on your own computer to confirm it. So now the couple of seconds have passed, so if I ask shipper, yes. So sometimes this takes a couple of seconds to update because you're working on the blockchain, and the blockchain on either scan gets the confirmation soon. The blockchain on your computer takes a couple of seconds to receive the confirmation. Okay, paid by seller for the moment it's 0. Okay, now I deployed it and account true as a buyer. Your buyer makes a proposal. So I change account to buyer. Account true as the buyer. Makes a proposal and pays, let's say, 5,000 Wei. 5 million Wei. Okay. 5 million Wei. Makes a proposal. Okay. Confirm. Takes time. The seller should accept paying a shipping cost. Okay, done. Let's see. Get the balance of the contract. It's 0. Okay, now it's got. Okay, the seller accepts and pays something. Let's say 1,000. Guess estimation errored. Oh, why? Sometimes it happens. Usually because there is a bug here. Accept. The status is paid. Because I must accept it with so many of you complained that during the test it produces this error. But it produces this error if you are not making things properly. Now, can you see? It's only the seller can accept it. So I have to switch to the seller. So usually, whenever it produces that error, in all my tests, it's because I was making a mistake. So now accept. Can you see if I accept to the seller, it doesn't complain. It's because the program already knows that there will be something which will stop it. I accepted it and sent 1,000 Wei. Okay, now let's see. Paid by seller. Still 0. Okay, 1,000. Done. Okay. And now, shipper confirms the shipping. So I must change my hat and become the shipper. And confirm the shipping. Confirm. Where is confirm the shipper? Shipped. Okay. Okay. And now I assume that 1,000 goes to the shipper and 5,000 goes to the buyer. And 5 million, sorry. Okay, so now it should be, the balance should be 0. Let's wait. Has it been mined? Yeah, okay, 0. This one is still 1,000 because it's just a variable to remember. Okay, done. Everything is done. If you want to check, I will tell you my dirty tricks. How can I check what you did? Well, I go to Inkby. Okay. I very simply put here the contact address or your account 1 address and check everything you did. So you deployed, this is the deploy of the contact. You send 5 million Ether, okay, using this account. Okay, then you send 1,000 Ether using another account, and then you confirm using a third account. This is what should be. Okay, if you want, you can check also here. Well, this is unreadable. Let's see whether this transaction is more readable. Can you see function accept? Sometimes it's very readable. Also here, when you deploy the contract, you can see that during deployment, no, okay, you cannot see. Among all these things, you should read the address of the sender, of the shipper. Okay, so however, all the transaction on the blockchain, fine. Don't commit the mistake of making the transaction on JavaScript virtual machine, please. Okay, now I need to send to Professor Coletti all the solution. Copy. I go here. Paste. Okay, I save. I save it on my desktop for the moment. Okay. Enter. Yes, replace. Enter address. Okay. I hate the Mac. And I forgot the address. Okay. Copied. Where is the text edit? Text edit here. Pasted. Save. Does it have to ask me every time? The document could not be auto-saved. The file doesn't exist. And who cares? Okay, quit. Don't. Oh! Let me cry. Why did I choose to do it with a Mac? Well, because many of you have the Mac. Okay, let's check. I put it here. Let's check what's inside. Is it a new one? No, it's an old one. Damn Mac. Okay. First, the address. And the thing, I save. Stop asking silly questions. Okay, now I'm pretty sure that it's the right one. Let me see. Oh. Okay, if you work online, you won't have these problems. I couldn't work online because I'm not at university. So every time I must connect using the virtual. Connect to server. Ok, exam Coletti. Come on, Coletti Paolo. And now finally I can copy it from my desktop, if I can reach my desktop. Okay, okay. Replace. Done. Oh, Professor Coletti asks for a solution. Let's rename it. You never know, professors can be paranoid. Okay. I deleted purchase.txt, but I will ask to call it purchase, so student don't get don't get mad changing the name. Okay. Fine, exam is finally over. It were over, didn't you? But not, because I realized I forgot an important thing. If you read it carefully, there is written back to the seller in all other cases. So this amount of money, let's make it larger, which I gave here to the shipper, I should give it back to the seller in all the other cases. So in case it's not shipped before sending everything to the buyer, seller dot transfer paid by seller, and here copy, Ctrl C, here also in case it's reclaimed. So that's it. I don't need to send it here because change mind or reject, the seller didn't pay anything. Okay, so now it's really over.